What's going on, Flagrant family? I'm here with the boys, Evan, Mo, and Hanook, and game one of the NBA Finals just wrapped up. First of all, before we get into all that, how are you guys doing?
Doing well, man. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Doing pretty great.
I'm good. I'm good, man.
I'm doing good, man. I'm pretty happy right now.
It's a great time to be a basketball fan. But before we get any more segments, Evan, tell them about the TikTok, man.
We just launched our own official TikTok the other day. We've already posted a couple videos of us doing the 82-0 challenge. Each one of us did our own version of it. I'm not going to tell you who had the best team, but I'll tell you it was someone in this call.
It was me. Spoiler alert, it was me.
I don't know. And we just posted our finals predictions on there too from all five of us. So if you want to go check us out, our @ is the Flagrant Family. So go check us out on TikTok.
Will be down in the description.
Yeah, absolutely. We would really appreciate it. Now, before we talk about the game again, and before people go watch our prediction video, let's give our predictions. I have the Suns in 7, and we made these predictions before game 1. So,
yeah, we did not think Giannis was going to play the first couple games. So keep in mind this was before we knew Giannis was playing. I agree with Ed. I also said Suns in 7.
I know if you want to go next.
I said Bucks in 7.
Bucks in 7. I'm
interesting.
I'm also on the trend with Suns in 7, man. When I made that statement, Suns in 7, again, that was before Giannis came back from injury. Honestly, I'm kind of still going to stick with my statement here. I'm going to still say Suns in 7, just for the fact that, Giannis honestly didn't really have a Giannis game tonight.
Well, he really didn't.
He played 20 minutes.
No, he played 35.
No, cap.
No, he was cleared to play. I'm pretty sure he played like his right.
I'm gonna pull up the box score while you guys talk.
I do want to say this one thing real quick. As you guys know, David is not in this call, so I'll tell you what David had said for the finals. He had the Suns in 6 games.
You really did.
That was David's prediction.
Okay, Giannis had in 35 minutes 20, 17, and 4.
Told you he played 35.
He was second leading scorer behind Middleton with 29.
Mm-hmm.
Middleton carried. Can we talk about that trash third option? No, their trash fourth option.
Fourth.
Jrue Holiday. Yeah, Jrue Holiday.
He is not their fourth option.
Are you saying Brook?
Brook Lopez is their third option after these last 2 games.
Okay, alrighty, man.
We got to restart.
Have you guys ever seen that meme with Brook Lopez with his legs crossed on the bench?
Yes, bro.
Dude, it's so goofy. I love that meme.
He is a funny guy.
But honestly, the game the Suns were pulling away from the Bucks at one point. I think it was towards the end of the third, but Milwaukee started to catch up. But I think they were just too far behind. I think this plays into my prediction perfectly. It's going to be super competitive, especially after game 1. Now we know this is going to be maybe a blowout, but I doubt it. It's going to be a close series, 6 or 7 for sure.
Now, while I watched that game, the Bucks made a change in the fourth quarter, and they went on a run with it. They played Giannis at the 5, and they just surrounded him with shooters. And they brought the lead, I think, to 7 at one point, and they were down 20. So I don't know if Budenholzer's going to keep using that lineup going from now on, but it clearly worked.
Quick, outside, whoever at the Suns arena thought it was a good idea to count how long it took him to take a free throw. I love that person. That was the funniest.
That was so funny.
I couldn't stop laughing.
Dude, they were so loud.
They were getting to 11 and 12.
And then
to be fair, they did count a little fast towards the end.
And then
they're going 8, 9, 10.
It was so funny. I couldn't stop.
It was hilarious.
It was getting in Giannis's head. I could tell. That's what it looked like. And then every time he would miss a free throw, the whole arena would erupt.
He shot
Mohammed
decent from the line, though.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Mo, do you think Giannis's game is acceptable considering his conditions, but that he is a 2 times MVP, DPOY, number 1 option? You think that's an acceptable performance?
I mean, per Giannis's expectations, no. Per an NBA player's expectations, those numbers look amazing. But like you said, this is a 2-time MVP, a DPOY. This guy should be, the soul of your team. I don't know if you guys heard this a couple of days ago or a couple of weeks ago. I forgot who made this statement. No, it was Kendrick Perkins, I believe. He said Chris Middleton is the Batman and Giannis is the Robin.
He was kind of right tonight, wasn't he?
I guess he was right, but that should not be the case. Giannis should be your Batman. He should be the one where your team literally is on his back. And that's not what it looked like today.
I mean, let's be honest. That man came off a terrible injury today.
I mean, yeah, you can say
I'm
that.
making excuses.
Props
but,
to Giannis. He really did seem to put in that work. I saw him at shoot around, putting in some shots. And dude really grinded to get back today.
95% of
shot-
players.
What?
Go. No, I'm saying 95% of players would have not played today if it
Oh
was.
yeah, true.
If there was a lot, he would
Giannis-
have set up the entire series.
I mean,
What?
he's not
All right,
wrong.
let's go back. We'll go back to what Evan was saying. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, Giannis only shot 11 times tonight.
Mm.
He only shot 11 times, and he was 6 of 11 from the field. He was shooting fine. I don't know. He should have just been more. He was pretty aggressive, but he should have just been more aggressive. He should have put some more shots up because you're the number one option for a reason. You can't be putting up 11 shots a game.
He should be taking more touches away from Drew Holiday, who completely crapped the bed today.
Yeah. He really did. He had, let's see, 10 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. Almost had a triple double, but it really doesn't
Hey,
matter.
yeah.
I mean, he's been great in the playoffs. I literally before the game started, I say he was worth every penny that the Bucks paid, and he still is. But it's just a bad game, right?
And to be fair to Drew Holiday, he's except for this game, he's honestly been their most consistent player on both ends.
I think he's been their X factor, bro.
Oh yeah.
He has
You know
been.
who I feel bad for? Bobby Portis. They man were just getting torn. Him
He
and
was
Pat
getting
Connaughton.
exposed. Him and Connaughton
Oh.
getting exposed.
Oh my god, that was terrible. All right.
I mean, Bulls legend.
Yeah, dude. The Bucks were getting exposed on the high pick and rolls with Chris Paul and Booker.
Dude, like
Switching.
I thought
everyone thought it was coming, and it literally happened to perfection tonight. Chris Paul and Booker were just lighting it up from mid-range.
it wasn't even like Brooke Lopez. I thought Brooke Lopez was gonna get exposed. He really didn't that much. He got exposed a couple of times, but it was more like whenever he went to the bench, their bench unit got exposed.
Oh my God, Brooke Lopez made my heart drop. On
Oh
the flagrant.
yeah,
Oh my God, I was watching that, and my God, my
I was-
heart just sank.
that was an accident. I don't think that was like
No,
a
I'm not saying he was a dirty player. I'm just saying that it scared me when I saw Chris Paul land
Yeah.
straight on his ankle.
At first, like when I first saw it, because I didn't see it clearly, I thought it was a little bit of a flop. But then when I saw it again, I was like, oh
No,
no,
it was. Yeah,
Now
it
that you guys
definitely was.
mentioned that, I'm just hoping for a healthy NBA Finals.
Please.
yeah.
Bro.
Yes.
I really am.
Yeah,
Especially the Suns team. Chris Paul always seems to have that curse where he gets injured in the playoffs, man. So far, he's been pretty good with his health. Want that through the entire playoffs. We want both teams to be healthy to their fullest potential.
Mhm.
That'll be an NBA series for sure.
Oh my
And
God,
Mo-
that would be so much fun.
All this, not to us, because we already discussed this before, but a lot of people this season already has an asterisk next to it, and that would just make it even worse. That would just fuel the haters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
It's
think
like you can't do anything to please people nowadays. Like no matter
Right.
what you do, there's just gonna be so many people just nagging.
People get hurt. It's
something.
bad. Like it's a physical sport.
Like, do you blame the Suns for beating the teams in front of them? What were they supposed to do when Anthony Davis gone down? Just sub Booker out for the rest of the series? No, they're gonna
Yeah.
play. They're gonna try and
Oh yeah,
win.
make it fair. Like
Like,
I'll make the
come on.
teams fair. We won't play Booker. It's
Like,
fine.
come on, dude. That's
Anthony Davis
ridiculous.
is having a bad game. Well, it's okay. We'll take out Booker.
It's so stupid.
all right. Before we move on to the Suns side of things, let's just, as a Bucks fan, let's just say we're all Milwaukee Bucks fans. On a scale of 1 to 10 after game 1, how worried are you?
I'd say
not
5.
much. No,
Or
Okay. Yeah.
I still feel
figured.
pretty good.
I think 4.
Because
figured it
here's the thing. Here's the thing. The big three for Phoenix lit it up tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Your number one option didn't do a ton, and you guys were competitive throughout the entire game. I wouldn't be too worried.
Yeah. And also, there's not going to be many games that Drew Holiday plays like Brian
10 points.
Scalabrine 2.0.
So if I'm a Bucks fan, I'm not worried.
Okay. Don't get it twisted. The Suns beat the Bucks today. The Bucks didn't choke or nothing. So let's talk about the Suns, man. How many points between all three of them, Evan? 81, you said?
81.
Yeah.
81.
I mean, that is crazy. Chris Paul leading away with 32 points. Booker led minutes in 42. Ayton had 22 and 19.
That's
So who-
ridiculous.
It's either Paul or Ayton for player of the game. Who do you guys got?
I think it's Aiden, in my opinion. I think Aiden, but again, I think it may be Paul. I think I'm leaning towards Aiden.
I think
I am
it's
gonna
8
go.
as well.
I am taking Chris Paul as my player of the game. But
Yep.
Aiden had an amazing game, no doubt.
There was a stat that ESPN put up. It was like he's the person to do that in the NBA Finals debut, like put up 15 points and 15 rebounds since Tim Duncan or something. Like Tim Duncan's only as a person.
I
And, like,
I saw a stat kind of similar to that. It was like a 20-point and like 15 rebound game, and the only person who had done it, I think it was when they were in their first finals appearance, and it was him and Kareem.
Yeah, and then
So
Tim Duncan.
that was pretty impressive.
That's really expensive. Yeah.
The Phoenix Suns did an amazing job at getting the line compared to Milwaukee. Milwaukee only shot 16 free throws. Milwaukee shot 26.
And they made all of them, which is insane.
96
Not-
points. They missed one free throw.
Jay Crowder
Really?
missed the very last free throw. He
Oh,
made
man.
the first and missed the second with like 50 something seconds to go in the
If
game.
I'm Monty Williams, I'm making him shoot 200 free throws in practice.
Isn't it kind of crazy that I think this is factual, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think Jay Crowder is the only person prior on both of these teams combined to make an NBA Finals before.
Yeah, you're right.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is he?
he's the only one.
Nope. Yeah, he's the only person with finals experience.
He's been in. This is his 7th finals game, and the rest. This is their first, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
That's crazy. I didn't know
Jay
that.
Crowder is a player I would love to have on any team, man, especially my team.
Oh,
You would love to have this player.
Drake
He's
He
Crowder.
only had
He's a
1
3D
point
player,
today,
bro.
but yeah, not just saying. He only had 1 point today, but still, he was probably impactful.
Speaking of
Jay
Jay
Crowder?
Crowder, yeah, Jay Crowder. I saw a tweet and it was saying how he made 0 field goals, 0 3-pointers, made 1 of 2 free throws, but he still had a +9
He played good defense.
output. Oh yeah, Jay
Relatively
Crowder
good.
always plays good
Great
defense.
defender.
Basketball's
Relatively.
more than scoring, man. Now, if you're a Phoenix Suns fan, how confident are you from 1 to 10?
9 to 10.
9 yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll say a 7. 7.
6 or 7.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll say a 7 because here's the thing. Like Ed mentioned before, there was the Suns seemed like they played perfectly. Everything went right for the Suns, and everything just seemed to go wrong for the Bucks, really. And that won't happen all the time. All your 3 starters, your 3 big 3 for the Suns, all had amazing games. And then on the other side, there were some misses.
Yeah, the next highest score for the Suns were 14 with Mikal Bridges. So, Mo, you think if, as a Suns fan, your biggest concern would be that the big 3 can't carry the load every game?
I'm not saying that. I think that it'll be hard for these guys to be as consistent, especially, with Chris Paul, being played very physically, having to go through these injuries. It's going to be tough for Chris Paul to, maintain this level of play, especially at his age. Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton, this is their first time in such a high stage. And for the other side, they're not going to have those type of games again. Chris Middleton was the only one, who looked like himself. Like we said, Giannis wasn't, as aggressive or as, healthy or 100%. Drew Holiday just wasn't himself either.
Yeah. I'm going off what Mo said. Like, even though Chris Paul is playing up like 35, 32 something. I don't think he's doing that every game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and DeAndre Ayton's not getting 20 every game. It's just not going to happen.
CP3 and Booker have had some inconsistencies throughout the playoffs, but not enough to lose a series.
I think Booker will play relatively consistent. He's shown to play in good clutch moments. He's a clutch player. I think he's going to consistently play as well as he did today. And I think Chris Paul is still going to play well. It's just not going to be to that superstar. Not that to 32 every night. That's just not happening. He might average 25 and 8, which is still good numbers.
Here's my thing though, with the Bucks, you're out of your big 3. Who would you guys say is the most inconsistent? Middleton.
Who's the big 3 on the Bucks?
Middleton, Holiday.
God,
Come on.
I'm sorry, I thought it was Lopez.
No, I'm not talking about Brook Lopez, dude. Chris
considering-
Middleton has easily been the most inconsistent of the 3. He had the best game out of the entire Milwaukee roster tonight. Who says he does that again?
That's
Next
true.
thing you know, next game he'll have 12 points, but then Giannis will have 36,
Mm-hmm.
That's also
So if Chris Middleton can keep putting up 29, 30 a game, then the sky's the limit, but I don't think he's going to be doing that.
That's a good point, man.
That is a good point.
But here's the thing. I think Phoenix is going to take game 2, but once the series goes to Milwaukee, I think that's going to be a big change. Milwaukee's only lost 1 game at home in this playoffs, and that was to the Hawks by 3 points. They're
I
a
don't-
very, very good home team, and I think they're going to do that again in the finals. And that's when it's going to get competitive.
I think they're into Milwaukee.
What?
I think Milwaukee's gonna win game 2, game 3, and then I think game 4 it might go to Phoenix.
Damn.
I thought you were about to say Milwaukee's getting 3 straight. I was like,
No, Milwaukee's
Oh,
not.
that would be nuts, bro. That would be straight. That'd be
Dude, that'd be fucking crazy.
but yeah,
Where-
if I'm a Bucks fan, I'm praying that they steal a game in Phoenix.
They really need to.
Mhm.
If they steal a game in Phoenix, I think that's almost wraps. But that's my.
Where
You
do
don't
you
think
guys
Phoenix
think?
can win on the road?
I'm saying if the Bucks are playing this good at home, it's gonna be extremely hard. I'm saying it's not wraps, but it's like hard. You know what I'm trying to say.
My
I
only
feel like home court. Go ahead, Mo.
My only concern is Giannis's injury. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw, but this morning he was doubtful to play. Then he went to questionable, and then he was cleared to play and played his full 35 minutes. So honestly, I don't know what kind of stress Giannis is putting on his body, but hopefully he's 100%.
And you know that he's going to take every step to make sure he's fully recovered,
Mm-hmm.
because that man is going to want to play with every little ounce in him. 'Cause he's got such a competitive spirit that he's just not going to want to sit a game. He's going to make sure he's ready for game 2.
What does a ring do for Giannis at this point in his career?
I think that puts him into the conversation of top
Potential.
20.
Oh, Evan, I am so glad you said that. So glad you said that. We were talking about this in one of our group chats. Someone mentioned if Giannis wins a ring this year, is he in the top 20 or where does he fall? I personally said if he wins a ring this year, he's probably like maybe 17 or 18, in my opinion.
I mean, I don't have a top 20 list. I'm just saying, like, with all the accolades he's already accomplished, adding a ring and probably a finals MVP to that would just take him to the next level. And that'd probably put him as a top 5 small forward ever.
26. I agree.
Maybe.
Do you guys think that this is what I was thinking? Do you guys think that Giannis by the end of his career is in the GOAT conversation or no? Or is it too early?
I don't think the
It's
GOAT
way too early to say
conversation.
that.
I'm saying like by the end of his career, not right now, obviously. I'm saying like
Oh,
by the end
I
of
know.
his career, if he collects more accolades and stuff, do you
I know.
think he will be in the GOAT conversation?
I think he'll be in the top 10 category, like debate, like in the fringe top 10 / best international player of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I
The
think
only
that's
player
where
I
he'll
can-
be.
The only player I can see in the GOAT conversation from our generation is Luka.
I agree
I agree.
100%. I don't know. The only reason I'm saying no to Giannis is if you talk about GOATs like, LeBron James and Michael Jordan, from the start of their career, they've been insane players, right out of the
Yeah.
gate, put up amazing numbers. Giannis wasn't that guy, it took years for him to develop in this league. That's why I kind of agree with Evan, he'd be in that conversation, but, he's definitely not the GOAT, in the GOAT conversation, really.
That's fair.
I think-
Yeah, I guess.
I think if Giannis can prove he's got the longevity of, like, say, a LeBron, then he could maybe be up there. Maybe. But he's got to develop a jump shot. He's got to stay consistent for another 10 plus years. Who knows?
Would a ring even make him the face of the league next season?
No.
Yeah, I would say so, maybe.
Wait, face of
No.
the league as in like the top players?
Like usually it's LeBron or Curry. Do you think Giannis could be that guy, like the face of the league?
Not. I mean, if he wins a ring, no, he won't be the face yet. Because as long
Okay.
as LeBron and Curry are in the league, then
I
No
also
one
don't
else
think
is taking
LeBron's
that.
face of the league either. If I'm being honest, the only one I'm debating right now is
Oh,
Kevin
you're
Durant.
capping. Oh, you're
Jesus
capping.
Christ.
I
Oh,
think it's Kevin Durant, bro.
We're not saying
Oh,
the
by
best
far.
player in the league. We're saying the face of the league.
I think those are two of the same thing, man, in my opinion. That's the way I look at it. You guys may look at it differently, but that's the way I see the face
Like,
of the league.
say you go to a random person, you say, who give me an NBA player. Usually they say is what we call the face of the league. They're going to usually say LeBron James. They're going to say Steph Curry.
Like even Kobe was the face of the league when he retired, and he was even relatively an all-star by the time
What?
you're. Kobe was the face.
You're not the face
If
of the
you
league.
ask random dudes, like in 2015 or 2013, like
Oh, I thought
who do you know?
I thought you said after he retired.
Oh no, I said before he retired. I said he was an all-star caliber player towards
Who's
the
up
end.
there? Okay. This is kind of a weird question because obviously he was facing different people, but where does this Phoenix Suns roster rank as Chris Paul's like lineups, like the teams he's been on?
That's a tough question.
It
Got to
is.
be
It
the
is.
best
but-
team he's been on.
Really? Okay.
No,
mean,
I don't know, man.
you look at his Clippers teammate. I mean, I guess you could debate like the Rockets.
I was gonna say,
but
The only thing I was really debating here, the Rockets, dude.
the Clippers, I don't think so. They were too young.
That was
The
way too young a
Rockets.
team.
I think
Are
the
you talking about Chris
Rockets, you can
Paul?
make the debate.
If you're talking about strictly talent, I'm going up with the Rockets because James Harden was MVP, the MVP of the league at that time.
He was.
That's
There's no player on the Suns roster that really even compares to that James Harden.
Yeah, but I think the Suns roster is more deep than the Houston team.
That's true, but I think in general he fits in better with the Suns. But that Rockets team, I think just overall had more talent. But I'd say this is probably one or two, maybe. It's
Yeah,
debatable for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely one or two.
Okay. Anything else on game one?
On game one, no. That's all I have to say.
I just
Evan,
want
what
to
is
say,
next?
what?
What's next, Evan?
I mean, I was just gonna say I'm very excited for this series. I think game
Oh,
one lived up to the hype.
It did.
So
game one was a very entertaining game.
It really
I
was.
was very happy watching this game. So, and hopefully everyone stays healthy.
And no
That's just-
blowouts.
I don't think there'd be any blowouts this series.
You never know, man. A team can have an off night.
Mhm.
Mo, you want to take us into what we're doing next?
Hey guys, so I'm gonna welcome you guys to our brand new segment. It's gonna be called Fan or Fanatic. And what the segment is you guys know how crazy NBA Twitter can be. There's some fans making some dumbass statements on NBA Twitter. And I'm gonna be reading some of these tweets right here, and these guys right here are gonna let me know if these guys are fans and they really know what they're talking about, or if these guys are fanatics and are straight up just dumb in the head. So hey guys, I'm gonna just name out some tweets. You guys let me know if this fan right here knows what they're talking about or not. All right.
Let's do it.
All right.
This tweet comes from my boy Jackson. He says, "Hope you all realize if the Suns win the championship, this doesn't help Chris Paul's legacy at all. For the reasons being, LeBron James was hurt. Anthony Davis got hurt. Jamal Murray was out. Ivica Zubac's injury. Kawhi is out. Chris Paul is barely the third best player on the entire team. Chris Paul's first ring is the least valuable in NBA history. Is this a fan or a fanatic?"
I'm ready to leave this call, dude.
This
After
kid's
that was the
crazy.
dumbest-
What the fuck?
Bro, what's
There's
his
no way that guy
ad-
was serious.
First of all, if like I said, this is one of the guys that think it's an asterisk or whatever, whatever. But this guy's taking it to another level. What do you mean? How does a ring not help a player? How? Explain
Exactly.
that. How?
Like if you go back 5 years from now, like people said the 2017 ring doesn't count, but like nobody talks about it. It still counts on most people. Exactly. Like
It happened.
exactly.
It's like, dude, what that also makes no sense because say Chris Paul were to lose to the Lakers in the first round, then people would be like, "Oh man, he couldn't even beat a team without LeBron or Anthony Davis." That would hurt his legacy more. How does beating that? Oh God! All right,
That dude's
Mo,
just a dumb.
I don't want to hear that again.
I thought on NBA Twitter, this had a decent amount of likes. And don't worry, guys, I'm gonna have this
Lord.
up on the screen for you guys to see as well.
Good
Ready for
Lord.
our next tweet?
Yes, sir.
This is going to be about the Clippers versus the Suns series. This was the final game. The situation is where Patrick Beverly pushes Chris Paul at the end, and he tweeted out, "At Chris Paul, emotions got the best of me last night. Gang, my bad. Wasn't meant for you. Congrats on making it to the NBA Finals. Best of luck. Fingers crossed."
Wasn't meant for you. You literally physically turned around, went towards Paul, and pow.
Dude, it was
Oh
so
wait,
funny. Chris Paul,
Patrick
looked
Beverly
at him.
tweeted that.
Patrick Beverly tweeted this at Chris Paul.
Good Lord.
He said, "My bad.
He's legit.
Wasn't meant
He's
for
being-
you."
He's being real. He's being honest. It was an accident, but no, not an accident. He was just super emotional. He wasn't trying to. I don't know. He was just pissed. We know how Patrick Beverly is, bro.
I think he overreacted a shit ton. But
He's
yeah,
pissed,
that's-
man.
that's
He
his bad.
didn't want
He
to go
was
on
pissed.
vacation.
That's actually.
It just wasn't meant for you. What?
That shit was just retarded.
See,
If he didn't
that's the part of the tweet I don't understand. I appreciate that, he reached out to Chris Paul saying like, "Oh, my bad, dude. Emotions got the best of me," but it's like, "My bad. It wasn't meant for you."
He was
What does
trying
that
to look
mean?
like Booker or something.
What
I
is that?
feel like I feel like something like that would be better, like being private message and not like on Twitter.
But still, that doesn't make any
Even
sense.
it still doesn't make any sense. I feel
If he-
like something like apology should be DM'd.
The thing is, if
if he-
you're Chris Paul and you're reading that in your DMs, like, wasn't meant for me. What does that mean?
I think it's just poor wording, bro. But he's being honest. He's being
I
genuine.
think he meant well. I think he meant well with this tweet.
Yeah, there was good intentions behind it. He's just stupid.
Yeah, that's perfect wording.
All right, so we're 1-1. We're 1-1.
1-1.
Oh.
This is our final tweet of the day. I don't know if you guys saw this rumor or report that went out. It was a Ben Simmons trade that went down. It was for
Yes.
Indiana and Philadelphia, where Indiana offered Malcolm Brogdon and a first-round pick for Ben Simmons. And this fan named Monk said, if you genuinely think that the Sixers took an L because they didn't trade a 24-year-old all-star point guard for an injury-prone Brogdon, who's turning 29 and a first, which doesn't help them win whatsoever, you need to give up on talking basketball. Does this guy know what he's talking about? Or
Yeah, wow, we got a fan. We got a good
Yeah.
guy here.
Absolutely, bro.
I think Ben
smart
Simmons.
guy.
That was a solid trade for Ben Simmons.
No
Do you think so,
way.
enough? Do you
No.
think if Philadelphia took that, would they be in a better position they are right now?
They most certainly would have won that series against the Hawks. I could tell you that. I
Okay.
think they would be in the finals right now. I don't know about all that.
Interesting, but do you think this is enough for Ben Simmons?
Oh no, realistically, no. They can
Okay.
get a lot. They
What
can
do
get
you
a
think
lot.
the trade value for Ben Simmons is?
A lot.
No,
I think
not like
it-
that.
I think it depends on the team they trade with. Because
If a team is super thirsty for him, they get him a lot. But if it's like a decent contending team, it's not a lot.
if
sorry,
it's like you're trading with Portland, you're gonna have to give up more on your end. Because you're gonna try and get Lillard.
Mhm.
But if you're trading with, say, the Cavs, then the Cavs are gonna be the team that's giving up a good bit to get a player like Simmons,
Exactly.
I don't know. It just depends on who you're trading with.
I think
Simmons.
We went 2 for 1 today. We had some fans on NBA Twitter that really knew what they're talking about. But don't get it twisted. These NBA fans on Twitter are some crazy people, bro, and they have no idea what they're saying. I just picked some tweets that, would kind of build up some conversation.
Oh,
Let's
bro.
get one.
Also, these Instagram polls are terrible.
Oh my
I
god,
have so many screenshots. All right, guys. I'm gonna read some
Oh.
of these screenshots off to you. Give me one quick second. I should have
People
had a
make me
collection of
sick,
these, but
bro.
Oh, Evans
I'm
had a
patient.
very strong hatred towards Ja Morant recently.
no,
No.
okay,
Very
no.
factual.
Don't
Very
say
factual.
that is terrible wording.
It's
I
not.
have no hatred for Ja Morant. I just think the man is getting so overrated right now, and these polls are gonna prove it. All right. I love Ja Morant, but holy crap. All right, so the first one is between DeAndre Ayton and Bam Adebayo. You'd say Bam, right? No, Ayton won 52%.
At least
All right.
relatively close.
It's recency
The next one, Ja Morant or Jimmy Butler.
That's ridiculous.
Jim, yeah.
You would say Jimmy Butler. Yeah, no. Ja Morant got 56% of the votes.
That was ridiculous.
Jimmy Butler, Evan. Speaking about
What'd you
Jimmy
just say?
Butler,
Oh, you want to talk about Jimmy Butler?
I want to talk about Jimmy Butler a little bit before the show ends, bro.
Oh, dude.
Oh man, he was having some fun.
I
with
gotta
Butler,
rep my
wasn't he?
boy today on the show. If you guys don't know what he did, he Rachel
Him and
Nichols.
Urs
There are
on
rumors out there. He didn't deny it. He didn't approve it. There's some rumors going on.
Him and
The
Urs on
NBA bubble
Hey,
received a noise
Mo.
complaint.
don't forget about Ilyasova, bro.
Ursula Silva apparently was also.
That's so random.
They're so
Alley-oop
busy in the
duo.
bubble, man.
I just
I
don't
saw this
understand. I
one
wake up this morning and Evan's just sending that in the group chat. I'm like, bro, what is this garbage? And I go on NBA Twitter and I just see it trending. Like, where did this come
So
from, bro?
funny.
Poor
There's this
dude,
one.
she's getting violated.
There's this one meme that killed me. It was like a photo of like LeBron and Wade's alley oop. It was like Ursan
Oh, no.
Ilyasova on the bottom, and then it was like Jimmy Butler with the slam dunk and a crop photo of Rachel's
Jesus.
face. Is Jimmy buddy. I was showing Ed earlier.
It was pretty fun.
All
It's
right,
just weird.
I got some more of these polls. This next one is Klay Thompson versus Jason Tatum.
All right.
You pick Jason Tatum. He's the number one option. He's proven he's an elite scorer. No, Klay got 60% of the votes.
That's actually kind of nuts. That's the one that doesn't make sense to me at all.
But Jimmy
Next one
Butler
is-
and John Morant does?
That doesn't, but it's, I guess debatable for recency
How is
bias.
that debatable? And
Just
No,
because
just because of the bad series he had.
Yeah, because of recency bias.
That's it. That's literally it, bro.
okay, that's
De'Aaron Fox or LaMelo Ball.
that's
You would give it to De'Aaron Fox. No, LaMelo got 63% of the votes.
To be fair, De'Aaron Fox isn't that known, so
He plays for Sacramento, and LaMelo Ball is the lover boy of.
The golden child.
All right.
I mean, it's one of the faces of the NBA. As a
This
Fucking
one,
love-
this is between two very well-known people. We got Devin Booker and Scottie Pippen.
That's easy for me. Devin Booker.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. No, Booker got 59% of the votes.
That's Jenny. I think might be one of the craziest ones I've ever seen.
That makes the
I don't-
community look really stupid. Bro, I'm sorry. It's bad.
Now, Harden versus Devin Booker.
Devin
You
Booker.
give it to
won.
Harden.
No,
You give it to
Harden
the
still
MVP.
won. Harden still won that one.
D-Book 50. The screenshot says otherwise.
What does it
52%
say?
to 48%.
That's terrible, bro. People need to. Oh my god. Either those are
What's
all
worse?
fans, or people need
What
help.
do you guys think is worse, the Instagram polls or NBA Twitter?
NBA
Gotta
Twitter.
be the polls, dude.
No, this is
No, it's 100%.
mention
Twitter, bro.
mention LeBron one time in any NBA Twitter conversation, they go fucking nuts. It's actually kind of funny.
While we're on this topic, I also hate those like TikToks that like NBA hot takes. It's like, and one of them was if Steph Curry takes the words of the playoffs, he deserves MVP. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? I hate it.
Honestly, that take was going on a lot during the MVP conversations. I wasn't too mad with that, to be honest.
Well,
Dude,
dude, they got
weren't
the
we
eight
talking
seed. I'm
about
not
it?
giving him MVP.
Didn't you pick Steph to win MVP? Like, didn't you
Yeah.
say Steph's gonna win MVP?
No, I didn't. I was on the Embiid train for a while. Then I went to Jokic.
Well, I mean, but after
I
Embiid
said-
got hurt, though, you realized he
We
would
were
win.
like, if Curry gets a 6 seed, he got MVP. Which one?
No,
And I think it was. I was on you.
Curry got like a 7-6 seed, then he win. He should win.
Yeah, and then he got 9th seed.
Here's another John Moran example.
Oh my
Trey
God.
Young or
Man,
John
he-
Morant.
Oh, this man hates Joe Moran.
That one's tough.
I
But I'll
don't-
give it to Trae Young, obviously.
I
Trae Young,
don't
obviously.
hate John Morant. It's just when people are picking him 63% of the time over Trey Young, that's when I have an issue.
But,
Nothing
like-
against Ja personally. It's just he's
Evan.
getting so overrated now.
Evan, let's say you walk up to one of these people. What do you think their answer would be when you ask him, why do you think Ja's better than Trey? What do you think they tell you?
He can dunk.
That's
He does alley oops.
I'm pretty
I
sure-
think to do a squeaker voice because I had the same thought, bro. Most of these followers on Instagram are probably little kids.
Yeah, exactly. Literally about to say-
almost dunked on Kevin Love and ended his career. He's the GOAT. Future.
Trey Young's balding.
Trey
Young's got a
receding hairline. Ha, trash.
Oh,
Speaking of Trae Young,
Panook,
me and Ed.
Panook and I today at Mariano saw the Trey Young baby in person.
I saw that on Hanuk's story, bro. I saw that on Hanuk's story. I saw
Insane.
that.
Yeah. He was modeling for what brand was it? Pampers, I think it's called, some diaper brand. Let me check.
Maybe, yeah, I know.
No, you don't need to check Panook.
It's just that's crazy.
It was Hello Bello. Awesome.
Hello.
Hey,
Listen,
sponsor
this
us.
counts.
I'll put a picture up somewhere on the screen as well for you guys, so you guys can see that. Well, hello, Bello.
My God.
Went there to buy bread. Was for
Where are you getting bread for?
because I couldn't eat any chips.
This
You didn't get an
man,
Impossible Whopper?
Too many calories, man. All right, sorry.
all right, boys, what is next in the show?
I think that's all we got
Honestly.
today, man.
The wrap?
I mean,
I guess so, yeah. No, you're right. All right, wait. Before we leave, prediction for game 2. I need predictions.
Ooh,
Suns win by 6.
I'm saying Milwaukee wins by 5. Yeah,
Bucks.
Milwaukee by 5.
Bucks 109 to 101.
8-point
I'm
win.
also gonna go with the Bucks, but what do you think is gonna change? What's gonna be different from game 1?
Giannis is going to play the 5.
Yeah, and this is playing the 5, yeah. And then Brook Lopez might play the 4.
Okay. What about on
And then-
Phoenix's side? What's gonna be different?
Nothing.
I mean,
You don't change anything. You play like you did today.
yeah, I
No
would,
one
I would
played
just
that.
say just try and get into the high pick and roll again. Try and get Brook Lopez to switch on you on the high pick and roll because he
Campaign.
drops. He drops. He
I don't
does the
think-
drop coverage.
He
so-
has to drop. That's why, bro. He has to
I
drop.
don't think he dropped during today.
No, he did.
A couple times he didn't.
Not every time.
Yeah, but like most of the time he plays drop coverage.
And they need to stop playing Bobby Portis and Pat Connaughton so damn much.
Oh, they're solid, but they just haven't been performing this game.
It's just defensively, they can't guard Chris Paul and Booker on the perimeter, which it's a hard task anyways.
It is a hard task, but like, what can they do? Like, because once they get that switch, it's done for.
Anything else, boys, before we leave?
Should we talk about some of the future video ideas we got?
Go ahead, Evan. Take it away, man.
I mean, the only thing I really wanted to bring up was someone in this call has a punishment still to do from our pick'ems through the regular season. Mr. Ed.
One second. I have it on my desk somewhere, but basically that hot sauce that made Hanook like fucking freak out. I'm gonna be taking during a live podcast. I think we should wait to do it till we're all together. It's more fun in person. It would just be me. It'd be weird me freaking out in my room.
That was the actual depth sauce. Oh my god.
I'm glad that it was worth the money, bro. That's all.
It was.
It was worth it, bro.
Also, we had this idea that we brought up a little while ago. We're all planning on getting together, hopefully for game 3, right? And game 6 if it needs 6. How would you guys like it if we like filmed our live reaction to the games and then just cut up to like the best parts, like the big plays, our funny moments, and then you guys think that would be entertaining? Watching Mo and Hanook just go back and forth.
Okay. Whenever we do this, it's usually just me and Hanook going back and forth because I think me and him are kind of like most into the game, or like we usually have like opposite feelings about the game. We usually go for separate teams.
I was about to say, you guys are usually rooting for the other team.
Yeah, we're rooting for opposite teams, so we gotta get into it.
Game 5. Something else.
The thing is, you guys are picking the opposite team again this year, so
Who are you rooting for?
Hanook has the Bucks in
Milwaukee.
7.
Oh, you're with Milwaukee? Ew.
So this rivalry is just going to keep going.
It just meant to be
right.
destiny.
You guys had the debate, dude. One more thing. I hate that it's. I mean, I like it. I like this matchup, but I love the Suns and the Bucks. I hate that I have to root for one of them.
Oh,
That's how I felt during
feel
the
for
Suns
that.
and Lakers, dude.
I'm not a big fan of the Suns. I like them, but like I really don't care for them as much as I care.
Okay, is that it, boys?
I think that's it.
All right. I want to thank everyone for watching. Hopefully, after every game, we'll at least have a podcast, a little game recap every time. You guys down for that?
I'll try, man. We'll try.
I got time.
Definitely. So hopefully, throughout the games, we'll be doing that. And once again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our TikTok and stay tuned for future content.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna drop that TikTok link down below. You guys go check that out. Go look at our previous videos if you guys already haven't. We dropped some bangers over this past couple, weeks or so. If you didn't watch that Pack and Pain, go watch that Pack and Pain.
Oh
It
my
was
God,
it
that
was nuts, bro.
That was easily our best video we've made.
We do have some IRL basketball coming out soon as well, so stay tuned for that. We also do have some other stuff in the works, like Evan said, and we're gonna try to get that done. It's summertime, so just keep it out, guys.
NBA off season. We're also gonna keep up with the podcast anytime.
Absolutely.
We have some news. All right.
Peace out, Flagrant
See you
family.
guys.